All right, let's dive into an absolutely epic myth. The story of a perfect world, how it was corrupted, and how it all came crashing down, giving birth to an entire universe defined by conflict. And believe it or not, it all starts with one person's final words.
Yeah, those are the haunting last words of a scholar named Arminus, who was exiled to a dying Earth. But here's the thing, his death wasn't an end, not even close. It was the spark, the catalyst. His spirit, torn free from his body, was about to become the very fabric of a brand new reality. And just like that, from the ashes of a tormented soul and a burning planet, a new reality was literally authored into existence. A perfect world, a true paradise, was about to blink into existence.
So you've got to wonder, right? How exactly was this paradise made? Well, it wasn't forged from stone or starlight like you might think. No, it was spun from the consciousness of that one single reborn soul.
And that place had a name, Paradisio. I mean, think about it, a realm of pure bliss created by a being who had only ever known suffering. In this place, the creator and the creation, they were one and the same. But of course, a new creator needs a new name for a new job. So here's the journey, laid out for you. He dies on a burning earth. His spirit gets ripped free into a void and then boom, rebirth in a realm of pure bliss. And with that rebirth comes a new name for his new role, Garodha. He's no longer Arminus, the exiled scholar. He's Garodha, the scribe of the heavens. But, and this is a big but, even a perfect paradise can carry the seeds of its own downfall.
Which brings us to our next chapter, Trouble in the Heavens, the Seeds of Corruption. See, Paradisio had rulers, an emperor and an empress. But their union, well, it was anything but perfect. There was this deep, fundamental flaw right at the heart of their kingdom. And you just know that flaw is going to unravel the whole thing.
And here's where you can really see that conflict play out, right in its rulers. You've got Emperor Autheraeneus. He's the author of this whole universe, trying to protect it, keep it pure. Then you have his nameless empress. She's haunted by a past life, has this, tainted bloodline, and she's got this dangerous fascination with the material world. And that obsession is all wrapped up in one thing, the forbidden book of Earth.
Now the emperor, he's not blind. He sees this corruption in his wife. He knows her obsession with this book isn't about learning something new. It's about having it. It's about possession. And of course, telling her she can't have it, that just makes her want it more, kicking off this whole tragic chain of events. So in an attempt to get rid of the problem, Garodha just throws the Book of Earth into a fiery mountain. Problem solved, right? Wrong. This backfires big time. A demon pulls it out for a warlock named Warloxus. And get this, Warloxus is actually the Empress's cruel lover from her past life. So when she runs into him again and rejects him, he doesn't take it well. He gets so enraged that he raises an entire army to literally invade the heavens.
And just like that, this perfect world is at war. You've got armies of these material beings storming the gates. Garodha has to step in, unleashing his divine power and blasting the invaders all the way back to hell. But even though they win the battle on the outside, something's been broken on the inside. The Empress's loyalty, it's completely shattered.
Okay, on to the next generation, the children of Paradisio, a generation of hope and betrayal. So peace does return, but it's shaky, It's a fragile peace. And into this fractured paradise, a new generation is born, and their very births carry all the tension that's currently ripping the kingdom apart.
You've got two children with two completely different fates. First, there's Amelus. She's the daughter of Garodha and the goddess Alessandra, conceived in a moment of pure, timeless love. She is literally the hope and light of Paradisio. And then there's Heraldian, the son of the emperor and empress. He wasn't conceived from love. He was conceived while his mother slept, from her stolen essence. He represents the deep betrayal at the very heart of this kingdom.
And this isn't just a rumor either. The emperor himself confesses it. He tells Garodha that his own son, the heir, was conceived through an act of betrayal. That dark, awful secret is the wound that's just going to fester and eventually destroy everything he built.
This betrayal leads us right to the climax, the first death in paradise. The kingdom shatters. All that jealousy from the emperor, all that simmering rage from the empress, it finally boils over. And it leads to the one thing that should never, ever happen in a paradise: death.
You can actually see the Emperor's inner turmoil manifesting on the outside. He's so twisted by jealousy, seeing Garuda's family as a rival because they have the pure love he doesn't. And the celestial palace itself starts to physically crack and crumble. The perfect world is breaking apart because its creator's heart is completely broken. And this is the final blow. The Empress's final betrayal. She steals these powerful crystal shards from Garuda. She becomes obsessed with their purple, material shine, and in a fit of absolute rage, she turns them on her husband, striking him with a ray of purple light. She literally attacks the author of her own universe.
In the chaos that follows, her own son, Heraldian, runs to her, probably looking for comfort. But what does she do? She unleashes on him with just pure cruelty. She rejects him completely, shattering his heart and showing just how deep her corruption goes.
But then, the dying emperor, he doesn't speak of revenge. He speaks of creation. With his last breaths, he promises his son that his death isn't the end, but a transformation. His own being will become a new universe, a legacy born from absolute tragedy, and he gives it a name, the Autheraenes. And so Paradisio falls. And in its place, we get the Autheraenes, a universe of ropes, a reality reborn in division. But let's be clear, this new reality is no paradise. It's a universe forged in betrayal, and its entire existence is defined by the very conflict that tore its predecessor apart. So the new cosmic order is split right down the middle. You have two realms. The Emperor's spiritual essence, his blood, creates Everrealia. Its symbol is the red robe, and its ideal is eternal love. On the other side, the Empress's material power, those purple rays, they create Materzia. Its symbol is the purple robe, and its ideal is all about material domination. You've got two opposing forces now locked in a struggle forever. The universe isn't unified anymore. It's a battlegrounds between two ideologies, the spiritual love of Everrealia versus the material ambition of Materia. Think about it. The war that destroyed heaven is now the basic operating principle of all of reality. Which leaves us with one massive question. With heaven shattered and hell basically unleashed, can two children, one born of love and the other of betrayal, actually unite a broken universe? The fate of everything now rests on Amelus and Heraldian. Can they somehow bridge the massive divide their parents created? Or is this brand new world just doomed to repeat the same tragic cycle all over again?